Today's video is going to be a video that a lot of people made at the beginning of Smash Ultimate, and it is going to be me comparing the three links, who I think is the worst one and the best one, and then of course by proxy, the second best one. I just think each of the links kind of have a different purpose, and they do have different game plans, and so I'm not saying they're interchangeable as playstyles, but obviously people are going to compare sword characters that have projectiles and similar confirms, so let's just get into it, starting with the worst link in my opinion. Although there was a ton of hype around him at the beginning of the game, I do think that Young Link is the weakest Link for one reason and one reason alone: inconsistency. Young Link doesn't have those incredibly early kills offered to him frequently. He can get the crazy confirms with bomb into arrow, into up B that's going to kill opponents at 70% or 80% after hit, but if you don't get those ridiculous type of confirms that are really easy to mess up because he's a very precise and technical character, he is going to then falter in a set. I have played Young Links and then have consistently lived until 140 to 160, like depending on like where on the stage I get hit by like a neutral air. Like that's going to basically be how I die, is neutral air, and that is not going to be what you want as a character that's supposed to have confirms with projectiles, have confirms with, you know, just down tilt and things like that. But Young Link is a character that has very telegraphed, in my opinion, ways to kill, and that is going to hurt a lot. Granted, that's not to say that Young Link is bad. I do think he is in the upper end of mid-tier at the very least. He's still incredibly fast, has pretty good frame data, has a somewhat difficult to edgeguard recovery because he has a tether and bomb recovery is available, but he still just, I feel like, lacks compared to the other two Links because they are a bit more consistent, and that's basically it. If Young Link was able to constantly get those confirms that I mentioned earlier, or constantly hit down tilt at the ledge, or had setups to just get these ridiculous combos that you see on Twitter or that you see in highlight reels, then that would be a different story. But for the most part, when I watch Young Links, they do not get those confirms, and I'm talking about literally any Young Link, whether it's the good ones, the bad ones, anything. They're just constantly struggling to get more than one early kill a game, and in a game where a lot of people can get kills because of rage, because of kill setups, because of edge guarding, which Young Link doesn't really have, it's going to be a little bit difficult, in my opinion, to just stay as up to snuff as the other two Links. And I kind of glossed over it briefly, but again, Young Link is incredibly technical, has really high APM or actions per minute, so it is very easy to mess up because if you have a very fast character that has to constantly get B reverses and wave bounces and wave bounce side Bs versus neutral Bs and all this little precise movement in order to get all these huge confirms, that is going to be really easy to mess up. Or, oh, you didn't notice they were 3% out of your percent range, and now the confirm that you were gonna get that dealt 60 now only does 30% or even whiffs in the first place, and all those little things make it very difficult to play that type of character because you have to be so on top of your game to play. So like if you are ever playing at not 100%, the character now gets drastically worse, and that is not good for a tournament character because it is definitely possible that you're not going to be on your game all the time. The difference between Toon Link and Big Link, in my opinion, is very, very small, and I constantly go back and forth on who I think is better. So I want to talk about the strengths that both of them share, which is going to be, again, as I mentioned with Young Link, not having it, consistency in killing, and just consistency in general, because let's go with Toon Link first. Toon Link has bomb to fair, bomb to up air, up tilt to fair, up tilt to up air, up B out of shield being kill options, and boomerang to fair and boomerang confirms in general, and those are really easy to hit, and the thing is there are enough options and you just have an out of shield option that kills that it's going to be fairly easy for Toon Link to get kills. I've never really seen Toon Link struggle to kill because worst case, an up B out of shield is going to kill like off of a neutral get up at 110% and you can't really DI it, and of course that's on like mid-weight characters, and even earlier on lightweight characters, or even earlier if he has rage. Also, Toon Link of course can focus on his projectile game very heavily, more so of any of the three Links in my opinion, because of his slow fall speed and his floatiness and his amazing jumps. He's able to get to areas where most characters can't really mess with him, which is if he runs away, does a full hop pull bomb, almost no character is going to effectively be able to hit that, other than like Palutena and Zero Suit are the two that come to mind, two of the characters that probably have really good matchups versus Toon Link anyway. Toon Link is the antithesis of Young Link in my opinion in terms of the effort, because everything that Toon Link does, like his decision making can be difficult because you have to make your decisions of whether or not you want to be aggressive or defensive and grab a projectile or try to like get in there and swing, and that can be difficult, no doubt. However, in terms of your confirms, they are fairly easy. Bomb, you have a ton of time to fair. Boomerang, you have a ton of time to fair or up air. Up tilt is really easy. You can confirm people doing neutral get ups with up B, or it lingers so long that sometimes if you react to movement and you're expecting a ledge jump and they do a neutral get up anyway and you upbeat for the ledge jump, it'll still hit them. Like, there's so much ease with this character, and honestly that is a huge deal for tournaments. As I said, like, the simpler the character, the better. That's one of the reasons why people complain about Palutena, is because she's not having to do these crazy precise things. She's kind of just throwing out aerials that are like low to the ground, which is somewhat easy, and they're safe, and it's frustrating for people, and Toon Link of the links is definitely the easiest. Big Link, on the other hand, is kind of a combination of the two because you have the two styles of Link that are prevalent. I know I made a tweet the other day about how T, the best Link in the world, or probably the best Link in the world, at least top-aided Congo Saga, had crazy wins, basically just kind of spammed neutral air and forward air, and that was like 90% of his game. Sometimes he would throw boomerang, sometimes he would throw arrow. He basically did nothing fancy with bomb traps or anything like that, and he still had incredible results because neutral air and forward air are amazing moves, and it's hard to deal with them if you're not ready for the shameless abuse of them. And of course, on the other hand, you have the crazy technical combos with the bomb drop, or the bomb Z drop infinite, which you can check out a gamer video down below, I will post it, and also the other variants of the infinite with the Z drop back air, Z drop fair, Z drop back air. You have all these crazy bomb setups that can get kills ridiculously early, which are very difficult and DI dependent, so more like a Young Link combo. And the fact that you can mix the two, I don't know, it seems really good, but at the same time, Link's resource management is very difficult compared to the other characters because he has the option of doing both, but if you get blown up for one or the other, it can be really bad and really hard to switch that style on the fly. Like, for example, because bomb is such a valuable resource, you want to use it for traps, right? Like, that just kind of makes sense. However, if you're using it for a trap and you want to force someone to the left side of the stage where your bomb is so you can get like an up air or an up B, and then the person hits you off stage, suddenly you are going to not have your bomb when you're off stage or have to blow it up, then double jump, then grab your bomb and then recover, and a lot of characters can get there and hit you because without bomb, Link's recovery is mediocre at best. He has the worst recovery without bomb. Again, that's a very important caveat compared to the other, or compared to all three Links. However, the bomb obviously makes that way better, but if you don't have access to it, that's a huge problem. So the risk of using your bombs for those crazy setups and those crazy confirms and those crazy kills sometimes isn't worth it, and it's why I feel like T never really goes for it, because he never got caught out of position without having bomb, because he never really used it, or he was like, oh, I'm gonna throw you off stage, pluck bomb, throw an arrow, and then throw bomb, explode it immediately, and that was the entirety of his traps. Like, he didn't do anything special. He didn't even throw it down to cover like neutral getup, which was like strange because I feel like that one's at least kind of free, but he didn't do it and it worked. It was efficient. Like, I can't knock the guy, you know what I'm saying? But there's so much untapped potential for Link, and if I was talking about theory, like which character is the best when mastered, I would easily say Link out of the three, like 100% hands down, because things like footstool Z-drop out of shield are incredibly valuable, and that can lead to a stock, or, and again, the crazy confirms with Z-drop bear, Z-drop fair. His option coverage is amazing, and you really have to play a character that either has a lot of fire moves so you can neutralize bomb, or you get in there and then beat his ass like Pikachu or like Zero Suit. Like, I feel like those two, maybe Palutena, do very well versus Link, but if you are not a character with those specialized things, it would be very difficult to deal with Link in general, 100%. So in theory, I would say Link is the best character, but if I had to pick between Link and Toon Link, honestly, I would say Toon Link. I know people are going to say like, yeah, but T got top 8 at Congo Saga, but if you look at Japanese results overall, I'm pretty sure, and I might be wrong and I may have not seen all the information, but I'm pretty sure that Toon Links overall do better in Japan. So if we're going to compare Japanese players, you have to think of Rima, you have to think of Sigma, you have to even think of Hayato at some level. There are so many Toon Links in Japan that are seeing great success, and yes, T has seen success in Japan, and I'm not going to deny that, but one player of a character as opposed to three that are fairly consistent and do fairly well versus all the top players in Japan, at least like by like, you know, on average, that's crazy. So I don't know, like, to me right now at the very least, I do think Toon Link is the best of the three Links, with Big Link not far behind, only a couple characters, but with the potential, I think maybe like Link has the most untapped potential of any character. That doesn't, you know, that's not to say he's the best character in the game when optimized, but he could maybe be top 10, top 15 if everyone was able to do like all the decision making, and of course then the infinites, and then able to play a strong neutral game like T, which again is kind of a like wishy-washy, like hopeful mindset mindset if you're a Link player, but it's just, I don't know, like it's crazy, and it sucks that like Young Link dropped off because I really liked Young Link. I played him a decent amount, although like not really seriously. He was really fun to play, so it kind of sucks to see him dropped off, and Toon Link has been frustrating for me in this game and the previous one, so it's annoying that he's back up there, but I do think Toon Link is an incredibly strong character, easily high tier. I think both he and Big Link are high tier, but I'm just excited to see all of them. Like, what do y'all think? Like, I know that's kind of a contentious opinion, and I swear I'm not memeing, because I know there were a lot of memes back in the day of like, Toon Link's the best, between like a lot of the young kids like Wishes and Jackal and like Goblin and things like that, and I'm not trying to meme. I swear this is my legit opinion, and yeah, that is going to be about it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, social media, Panda, and partner stuff is down below. If you want me to compare other characters that are from like a similar franchise or things like that, please let me know and I will do so, and yeah, we'll see you all next time.